I think we are lined up here. Day 43 of the Fit and 10 Challenge. And it's a beautiful day, and I slept in. Yeah, that's right. I don't get up at 4 a.m. every single morning, most mornings, but this morning I had the pleasure and leisure of sleeping in a little bit. And it was great, and I hope you slept well too. And listen, yesterday we talked about why stress leads us to eat, right? The whole idea of stress eating, okay? This thing that so many of us suffer from, okay? And there is physiology to explain this. But what I never talked about was how to manage cortisol, right? Because it's this cortisol production that's leading to, or this excessive cortisol production that's leading to the sugar cravings, all right? So here's how we can manage them. Here are a bunch of things that will help you to manage cortisol, all right? 1, eat regular meals, okay? So eat regularly throughout the day, all right? So again, I'm not saying this is the best for everything. I'm saying it's good for managing your cortisol levels, all right? Eat regular meals. 2, protein, fat, and fiber at every meal. 3, eat carbs before bed. 4, be careful with caffeine, all right? Don't overconsume caffeine. I'm working on this one myself. 5, hydrate regularly, okay? Hydrate throughout the day. Stay hydrated. It'll help regulate your body temperature, which will help manage cortisol levels. And 6, there's a bunch of supplements here. We've got things like taurine, vitamin C, B vitamins, magnesium, GABA, fish oil, phosphatidylglycerin, and rhodiola. Okay, so those are all great supplements that will help to regulate cortisol. Okay? All right. Here is one myth we discussed yesterday, which is just simply not true. It is, as I said, a myth. And that is this: that muscle turns to fat. Somehow somebody came up with this notion that muscle turns to fat. And I think where it came from was, I think we've all seen, some famous athletes or bodybuilders who were hulking at some point in their life, were in very good shape, had tons of muscle, and then you see them down the road after their career is finished, their sports career, and they look a lot different, right? And the reason they look a lot different is because they changed their lifestyle. The only reason they were hulking in the first place was because of the lifestyle they were leading, which was one where they were training for their sport, right? Their sport ended, they changed their lifestyle. So we are just a reflection of our lifestyle. We are a reflection of our past, right? So muscle does not turn to fat. What happened is they stopped training. And so the training is not, you don't have any more stimulus, so the muscle doesn't need to stay. So the muscle will slowly start to atrophy. That's one separate process. And then, they weren't exercising. They were obviously deciding to eat different foods. And of course, with that, less energy output, more energy intake, and it was probably worse versions of energy. And they got fat. Okay? So their lifestyle changed. And that's why they went from this type of look to this type of look. All right? They went from muscular to, looking sedentary and overweight. Okay? But doesn't mean muscle turns to fat. All right. Now, message of the day. What comes easy won't last, and what lasts won't come easy. Yeah, it's true. What comes easy won't last, and what lasts won't come easy. All right? So in the case of this challenge, we got to hang in there, right? The challenge is more, this challenge is more mental than anything. It's a mental challenge, right? It's mentally sticking with it. It's sticking with the pillars and following through on a daily basis, right? That is the mental challenge. But 10 weeks is not very long, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not 70 days. We're already day 43. We're seeing how fast it's going, right? So let's come back to that message. What comes easy won't last, and what lasts won't come easy, all right? So you got to hang in there. You got to forge ahead, and you got to get back on track, okay? I'm over 5 minutes. Jesus. All right, you guys. Submit, commit, do everything you've got to do. I think you know by now what you got to do, right? And one of those things is being honest with yourself. We'll talk to you all soon. See you guys.